So this episode is going to be such a special video for me. The reason behind this is being exclusively done from your poll voting where you have showed interest on growing vegetables. But for last few episodes I've been telling about few vegetables growing, but this episode is going to be according to your interest, but it's going to be one step ahead of growing vegetables. It's all about regrowing vegetables from your kitchen. There's a difference between growing vegetables and regrowing vegetables. So let's begin. So what is the major difference between growing vegetables and regrowing vegetable is that, as we all know, that growing vegetables start from a seed. Either we have got from a nursery shop or you have taken from your kitchen waste. Either of which it lead on to a sapling, matures, it gives a bloom and then it lead on to a fruit set. But whereas in a regrowing part, it doesn't come from a seed where we have to cut those vegetable from your kitchen, the selected part of the vegetable which is more viable to grow, that part is to be sowed or it's to be placed inside the soil for regrowing into a same vegetable where you have taken it. And now, if I pen down my list of regrowing vegetables from your kitchen, it's going to be a wide range of vegetables where you can regrow from your kitchen. So here I'm going to shortlist it and make it easy where you can grow from your home balcony or from your home terrace. So the number one in my list is nothing but the potatoes. So when you see how to regrow potatoes from your kitchen, the number one factor which you could consider is that the selection of potatoes. If you just go to the kitchen and just see the varieties of potatoes you could see, and you can see a small eye which is coming out of the potatoes. So that eye is considered to be as a most viable potato to regrow
by slicing it 2 inches away from the eye of the potato, and please do not keep inside the soil immediately when the cut is being made because it undergoes decomposition. Please make it dry for few hours and then you can place it inside the soil mix. This is just a representation to show you that the potato which is being cut exactly 2 inches away from the eye and it's being placed inside the soil which is moving on to its sapling stage, and then it matures simultaneously. You can see the roots which is being growing, which is accompanied with a lot of potatoes.
And the second on my list is regrowing radish from your kitchen.
Similarly, for selection of radishes, you can see a shoot which is coming out of the radishes from your kitchen, and that's considered to be as a viable one, and you can make a cut 2 inches away from the shoot. After it's been cut exactly 2 inches from the shoot of the radishes, you are not supposed to keep it immediately into the soil because you can see the wet part under the surface of the cut area of the radishes that will undergo decomposition if you place it immediately. So please let it dry for a few hours and then keep it inside the soil for better growth.
Radishes, what happens is that if we cut the viable part of the radish from your kitchen and then if you place it inside the soil, it doesn't mean that it regrows into the same radish. It doesn't happen. What happens is that it regrows into a radish plant. If it's been viable, it gives a seed on the top, and that seed you need to get sowed for another part to get a root vegetable radishes. That is also considered to be as regrowing radishes, but it doesn't mean one radish will give the same radish when we just cut the viable part and we place it inside that. And the similar way, the carrot is also to be considered. Third in my list is the spring onions. It's such an easy thing to grow. When you go to the kitchen and just start cutting those onions in your early morning chores, you will leave the root portion, right? So please do not throw those root cut portion of the onions. Just place it inside the soil where the root of the onion should face towards the soil so that it lead on to a spring onions, or you can just place the whole onions inside the soil and it lead on to a spring onions. And it's such a warm loving thing. Place it under the sun, never in the noon, and water it consistently. So this is such an easy way where you don't really have to go get the seeds from the nursery shop for few vegetables like radish, carrot, etc. So you can try from your own kitchen. You can just experiment, innovate, see what is viable, what is not viable, where do you get the seeds, how the seed differs in each varieties of carrot and radishes, and then you can sow, see what variety is kind of good quality, and it's totally on your patient gardener's work and you can try it out.